Well, hello everyone, it is I, your favorite perfect being, Cell, and I'm back with another video. You might notice, VR chat had a bit of an update, so now you're seeing a lot more of an interactive VTuber model. Hell yeah. But, I hope you're all having a great day. We got hand tracking. Again, hope you're all having a perfect day. We're reacting to a new death battle video! Be sure to check out the description below for the original video. Kamehameha that like button and spirit bomb that subscribe button. It's Shigaraki versus Mahito! So, we're gonna see how this goes. I'm super excited. I don't know what's gonna happen, but I really want to see. I don't know what's gonna happen. I never fought either of these guys, but they're both pretty tough, so I want to see what they got. I want to see what they got. I want to know. They're tough, I want to fight them. If they're tough, I want to fight them. I just want to fight them. Hope you're all having a perfect day. By the way, check out Operation Mitosis. We're going viral. Once again, hope you're all having a perfect day, and let's get this perfect reaction started, shall we? Alright, here we go. Alright. What's up, Shigaraki? And I don't really know a whole lot about Mahito, but I did kind of review them each a little bit before I got started on the recording, so I at least know what I'm talking about.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who
Hope
would
you're all
win
having a perfect day. Enjoy the death battle with me.
Tenko Shimura was just a shy boy who loved superheroes.
But sometimes the hand of fate can't abide sweet shy boys.
Ruthlessly beaten and abused by his hero-hating father, Tenko pushed beyond his emotional limits until he activated his inherent superpower, or quirk.
It wasn't something cool like flight or super strength. In his terror, he accidentally killed his whole family. Well, except for dear old dad. That one was intentional.
Tenko wandered the streets alone, silently begging for someone, anyone, to help him. If only a hero was there to save him. But instead, the only open hand he found belonged to the devil.
All for one. The greatest supervillain in history.
That's right.
He took Tenko under his wing, feeding a hatred of everyone and everything, and grooming him to one day lead his league of villains in destroying hero society.
With that came a new name, Tomura Shigaraki, and an absolutely nightmarish quirk, Decay. It does what it says on the tin. Anything Shiggy touches with all 5 fingers turns to dust. The perfect power for someone who just wants to destroy.
But there are some other awesome powers in this universe.
Dorky-ass costume. I get it, hands are his
I
thing,
can appreciate.
But come on, they just look so dumb and fake.
Oh, those aren't prosthetics. Those are real hands from his family.
What?
That he killed, attached to his face, and explicitly commanded to be left there by his mentor so that he would never forget
I am sorry that I know.
Okay.
While his use of decay started off relatively weak, it rapidly increased in power and range as Shigaraki came into his own.
Decay isn't even limited to whatever he's touching. Anything that touches something he's decaying also decays.
Spreading like an all-consuming miasma that can wipe out anything from an enormous tower to an entire city.
If decay reaches you, your only hope is to isolate the body part that is disintegrating before it gets to something
I can regenerate, I can handle that.
After years of training with the greatest supervillain of all time, Shigaraki was finally put in charge of his own team with one mission. He must kill his master's rival, the number one hero, All Might.
Only to fall flat on his face.
Shigaraki was a terrible leader, quick-tempered, short-sighted, and, well...
cringe! Oh, he's just so cringe. He uses gamer lingo unironically. He whines like a baby when things don't go his way. He's the kind of guy who would say normie in real life, in front of normies.
But they say defeat is the greatest teacher of all. Only through
there's no such thing as a normie because there's no such thing as normal.
As All Might's new protege, Izuku Midoriya was coming into his own as well.
These two rivals, the inheritors of their master's blood feud, would push themselves past their own limitations.
Especially when All Might and All For One double KO'd each other, leaving Shigaraki to lead the League of Villains all by himself.
And with the stakes higher than ever before, Shigaraki stepped up. He
Damn.
Personally battled the monstrous Gigantomachia for a month and a half straight and conquered other villain organizations to create the Paranormal Liberation Front. Thousands of new soldiers for his personal army.
All to impress All For One's personal quack, Dr.
Why he
Ujiko,
look like
who spent months upgrading Shigaraki's body to
That
make
man
it more
look
like
like
his
Eggman.
sensei's.
He
It
look like
might have been
Eggman.
constant agony, but Shiggy went
They
from
got an Eggman in
Chud
that
to Chad.
universe.
Ujiko's experimentation vastly increased Shigaraki's strength, speed, and durability, enough to match and surpass even All Might's absurd power.
Sharing All Might's power between them, Deku and Bakugo were able to punch an island-sized hole in a cloud that reached 24 miles into the sky. We've calculated that before to be nearly 80 million megatons of TNT, almost as much as the meteor that wiped out the dinosaurs.
And Shigaraki can now move fast enough that his body produces hypersonic shockwaves and can even catch laser beams.
And he's tough enough to survive Star and Stripes Intercontinental Ballistic Cruise Punch. Now the new name for my penis. Move over, gigantic Omega Storm. Anyway, it also made a blast so big it showed up against the curvature of the Earth.
Though he might seem invincible, when Shigaraki's body is pushed hard enough, he will evolve into a state of uncontrollable power.
So Decay became? Oh shit, more hands!
Shigaraki can spontaneously generate flesh into existence, seemingly oceans of it in an instant, whenever he wants. He can even use it as a type of armor to defend himself in close combat.
But that's nothing compared to Ujiko's greatest gift. Shigaraki wanted to be the new All For One, so what better way than the old man's quirk?
All For One's quirk, All For One, allows its user to steal and store quirks with just a touch.
And All For One has hundreds of them stored up, collected over the years.
Each quirk is connected to a memory of its user's essence in the form of a spirit, a vestige.
Kinda like a piece of their soul. They exist in this kinda psychic world in Shigaraki's body and can even act as a spiritual defense should it be invaded.
And with those vestiges came quirks like super fast healing, air blasts, radio waves, flight, telekinesis, teleportation of others, and the ability to track foes.
He can even combine multiple quirks together, like in this big-ass electric Kamehameha.
However, any vestige stolen or destroyed will also remove that quirk from Shigaraki's repertoire. They're also sentient, and some can even fight for control.
Which is when the second shoe finally dropped.
I gotta fight this
because
dude now.
Shigaraki also got All For One's vestige. That
I mean,
means
instant
All For One was
transmission
now
after
in
this,
possession
y'all know
of
how
a
it
shiny
be.
new body that he'd spent the last 15
enjoy the
years
reaction because I'm
molding
gonna
for
be
him
here.
to take over.
Shigaraki's entire existence was
I'm gonna go
planned
instant
from the
transmission
beginning.
over to Shigaraki's
Because
universe.
All Might's
and then
previous
I'm gonna go
mentor
fight.
was Nana Shimura.
So,
Tenko's
again, tell me how that
grandmother.
like button and spear on that
to mess with
subscribe
All
button.
Might. That is some next level hating right there.
He manipulated Shigaraki's entire life, all for one purpose: to create a soul so corrupted it would grind away at All Might's perfect world, allowing All For One to take full control.
But All For One's possession wasn't complete, and Shiggy managed to fight his way back to the top, literally decaying his way through vestiges in the process, all to fight his rival Deku one last time.
Despite Izuku's best efforts to save him, Shigaraki was too far gone. His spirit decayed by years of venomous hatred.
And the new symbol of hope defeated the new symbol of fear, burying All For One's grudge for good.
All that Shigaraki asked was to be remembered as the heartless destroyer he was raised to be, and not the broken, angry, crying little boy he really was deep inside.
For just that one moment, though, Shiggy got in Deku the only thing he'd been denied his whole life, the one thing his lifelong nihilistic tantrum was really all about. He got a hero who tried to save him.
Damn. Why'd I gotta hit me in the field?
Gold.
Why you gotta hit me in the fields, Death Battle?
Ever since Cain slew his brother Abel and wetted his fields with his blood, man's greatest fear has been his fellow man.
But what if this fear took on a life of its own?
What if all that negative emotion humans felt for one another spilled from their bodies and congealed, forming over time a living being fueled by malice, which believes in nothing but the law of the jungle?
Well, then you'd have the special grade curse with the patch face, Mahito.
Okay.
Oh, I've had people tell me I've become a human disaster
another
curse
one I
when
want
I've
to
had
fight
too
now.
many mojitos.
Mahito is one of the deadliest beings to ever afflict mankind. He's no mere mortal though, but a cursed spirit. Innumerable spirits exist, weaker or stronger, depending on the amount of anxieties, jealousies, hatreds, and fears humans feel about them.
Like the fear of locusts, kind of weak, or the fear of smallpox, getting stronger.
Hey, he already about to lose to me. I'm a cicada.
Goodbye, Tokyo.
So it follows that mankind's fear of itself would be extremely powerful. Those negative emotions manifest as Mahito, a being composed of cursed energy.
It's basically like evil ki. Cursed energy can be used to make spirits way stronger, faster, and tougher than any normal human. And it's invisible,
so he's
making curses like Mahito impossible for the untrained eye to see. Only a life or death situation can galvanize a normal person to see a cursed spirit.
That also makes cursed spirits virtually immune to physical damage. They may be physically present in space, but can only be harmed by attacks that embody spirit matter like cursed energy.
Which makes curses insanely hard to get rid of, like ghosts, cockroaches, or
my
ex.
boy
That's why you need a Jujutsu sorcerer to come in and Kaisen that shit out of him. They call it exorcism, but I like the way I said it better.
Curses and sorcerers have battled each other for millennia, waging an endless war over the fate of humanity. Almost exclusively in Japan, though, for some reason.
But Mahito was special. You see, most curses are basically dumb animals. But Mahito has so much cursed energy that it gave him sentience.
So he was recruited by Kenjaku alongside other special-grade disaster curses to wreak havoc upon the world. In fact, they made Mahito their leader.
And even more frightening than intelligence and bloodlust, Mahito possessed philosophy.
Perhaps informed by the tragic meaninglessness of interhuman conflict, Mahito is an existential nihilist, believing in nothing but his own will to power. It's a dog-eat-dog world, and Mahito is the wolf.
Which also makes him kind of a goofball. If nothing matters, why not have fun with the slaughter? Really get your steps in. He loves to dig around and toy with your emotions like a cartoon character before slitting your throat.
An appropriate analogy,
like
considering his curse technique, idol transfiguration.
Using his cursed energy, Mahito can control anyone's soul with just a touch. Including his own. In fact, he's so good at manipulating his own soul that you can't even kill the bastard without directly targeting it.
In Jujutsu Kaisen, the soul and the body share an immutable connection. Whatever happens to the former affects the latter.
This lets Mahito squash, stretch, and shape-shift his body into literally anything he wants. Like Play-Doh, he can turn his limbs into blades or clubs, grow wings like a bird or fins like a fish, reform his body around injuries, or even create clones.
Curse users are naturally unharmed by their own ability. Should he touch a human, though, his alterations to their body are instantly fatal.
And since he's attacking your soul, those physical wounds are gonna be impossible to heal.
Even if his alteration isn't directly fatal, the human body won't last more than a few moments in a transfigured state.
All that with one touch! God, I thought herpes was bad.
His powers mean Mahito treats humans as effectively disposable dolls that he can gleefully experiment on.
I don't know if Shigaraki got what it takes to beat
especially
that,
if he gets to
if
break your spirit first and watch
he can
you suffer.
configure his own
Even
body,
more
but at the same time, this guy's gonna curse his body before he configures it.
For soul multiplicity.
Isn't that gonna affect it
Essentially
differently?
A giant torrent of body horror flesh that he repels at an opponent. Yeah.
Mahito is unbelievably creative with his application of idol transfiguration, and despite being a newborn curse, consistently keeps experienced sorcerers on the back foot.
It helps that he's a quick study who's picked up a number of different curse techniques, like the Black Flash.
By applying cursed energy within 1 microsecond of an impact with an enemy, space itself will distort, exponentially amplifying its force by a factor of 2.5.
Not only does this hurt like a mother, it restores your curse technique and gets you fully in the zone.
And
really? So it's like a sense
nearly 1,000 times the speed of sound. It's no surprise then that Mahito also unlocked the pinnacle of sorcerer techniques, the domain expansion.
Oh shit! More hands! A domain is like a barrier of cursed energy, but if you're caught inside, Mahito can use idol transfiguration instantly without even needing to touch you.
It's called the self-embodiment of perfection. The ultimate expression of Mahito's absolute control over
you're trying to steal my groove, man. What the hell?
The only time it ever failed was against the student sorcerer.
You and me definitely gotta square up now, because how you gonna be stealing my groove like that? You ain't gonna do that to perfection. You don't know who I am, Mahito. You don't know who I am. You think you're gonna be the self-embodiment of perfection? I am perfection.
which meant Mahito's ability affected both souls in
Wrong
Yuji's body.
person.
Sukuna didn't like that. No surprise.
Nah, just messing with y'all. Hope y'all having a perfect day. I can't wait to see how this death battle goes.
Yuji's belief in the
I just couldn't help myself. I had to throw in a little bit of theatrics for that.
To be cruel and
Self-embodiment of perfection, man. I am perfection. It is what it
his friends,
is.
defiling their corpses, and brutally battering him before going in for the kill.
And he's got the strength to do it. Mahito's one of the most powerful curses in the world, and his growth is exponential.
Fellow disaster curse Jogo was able to summon a massive meteor capable of reducing the city of Shibuya to ash.
That'd take an energy of over 800 kilotons of TNT.
And Mahito can take as good as he can give, especially when, in the throes of struggle against Yuji, he evolved, unlocking a vastly more powerful form. The instant body of distorted killing.
You really tried to copy my
exoskeleton and arm blades. This was a taste of the almighty curse Mahito was growing into. A true blight on all mankind.
It wouldn't last. In a bitter battle of resolve, Yuji won out. In a dog-eat-dog world, there was now a bigger wolf.
So he touched tail and ran away like a bitch. And what do you know? Life suddenly became a whole lot more meaningful the second it looked like it was about to end.
All that gleeful nihilism, just a bitter hypocrisy in the end.
For him, maybe, but Mahito found a convert in his archenemy. After a battle that wiped out thousands of innocent people, Yuji's youthful spirit was gone. The only thing left that mattered was exorcising this curse.
In a way, that was Mahito's final victory, the destruction of another human being's soul. He may not have been around to see it, but the curse Mahito inflicted on the world would bring it to its knees.
Damn! Yo, come here, that like button and spirit bomb that subscribe button. And join Operation Mitosis, just like checking out
death battle content, like extra videos, live chats, and sending us your own matchup ideas. And
make sure you give them a check out. You already know they deserve the support.
So thank you for being a champion.
Having a little bit of trouble with the hand track, and excuse that.
All right, the combatants are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for a death battle!
Death battle! Hell yeah. Oh! Damn. Okay, now that's a little brutal, but I'll admit I've done worse. I've done a lot worse. What's up, Shigaraki?
I'd heard of a powerful villain stalking these parts. My organization is going to tear this putrid world down around us. We could use a freak of your talents.
This is hand-drawn, too.
Me? Do I want to be king of the social rejects? How about I bring them your head instead?
Oh!
Fine by me. Let's call this your audition, Sickum.
Oh, the no-move! Yo, the no-move a badass. I'll give him that. Felt like a badass Frankenstein monster. Damn! Okay, that's just brutal. Electric Kamehameha!
Did you actually
make sure you Kamehameha that like button. Spirit bomb that subscribe button. Y'all know the drill. What the hell? Alright. Yo. Death Battle always succeeds in making these battles badass.
Audition over. Did I get the part?
Damn!
Decay!
What the hell? Damn! They're fighting through the subway? Yo, this feels like a TMNT map! Hand tracking wide. Need to key blast these things. So Kamehameha that like button, everybody! this thing with... There we go. Come on that like button, everybody.
Domain expansion.
Yeah. Give you all a hug. There you go. Ah. Have a perfect day.
I can read your soul. You're just a scared little boy whose daddy was mean and wants to make it everyone else's problem. Grow up.
Hands off my masterpiece.
Damn. All for one?
You were born that way. Totally random. I hate
Damn!
you for a reason.
What the hell?
You grow up.
Shigaraki got him! Oh, hell yeah! I take it back. Shigaraki, you the man!
With their complex power
hell
sets,
yeah!
this
Everybody
match was
make
a
sure you
puzzle to
comment
figure out,
that like
which is
button
why
for
we're
that.
breaking it down to
That
three
was totally
categories:
damn
physical stats,
sweet!
survivability, and their powers.
But first, let's address one thing. Could Shigaraki even see Mahito? He's an invisible curse after all.
Curse
it
energy
could have
and quirks
revealed
are
himself.
notably different, and Shigaraki wouldn't be able to see curses normally. However, even regular humans can spontaneously develop the ability to see curses in life and death scenarios. And with the Surge quirk, Shigaraki would have had no problem tracking it.
So seeing Mahito wouldn't have been an issue. With that out of the way, we can jump into their stats.
This was no contest. Despite the disaster curses being able to destroy entire cities with their cursed energy, Shigaraki's scaling to Deku
I
and
do hope you
Bakugo
all
meant he
have
was
a perfect
calculably
day.
millions of times stronger.
Comment on that like button and spare bomb that subscribe button. I'm gonna stick around for the
while
stats.
Mahito's Black Flash capped out at nearly 1,000 times the speed of sound. Nothing to scoff at, but Shiggy was thousands of times faster. Shigaraki takes stats.
But survivability was a little trickier to figure out.
Yep, in terms of
in
raw
Tense
durability,
Regeneration,
Shigaraki was a lot tougher, and his ability to generate new flesh meant that he could heal any wounds he might receive super easy.
However, Mahito is a curse, and is immune to the kind of overwhelming physical damage Shigaraki could dish out. Not only that, Mahito's regenerative ability via idle transfiguration meant that he'd come back from anything short of spiritual damage.
Considering Mahito's unique
Sense of
curse
being,
body,
I don't
he should
give a damn.
actually get the edge
No
in
sense of being,
survivability.
Which
it's gonna be fun.
a crucial question. Could Shigaraki even kill a curse like Mahito in the first place?
Or
I
would
think
Mahito's
so.
unkillability give him the time he needed to eventually put Shiggy down with idle transfiguration?
It all comes down to their powers.
Shigaraki had a lot more variety with all of the crazy quirks All For One had collected over all the years, but none that we know of
Shigaraki
could
definitely
properly
got
kill
it
a
in the
curse.
bag.
That didn't mean idle transfiguration was a surefire bet either, though.
Of all things, Shigaraki's vestiges served
Exactly,
as a
'cause he
spiritual
can
shield
do
from the
his
effects
own
of idle
transfiguration.
transfiguration. The fact that Mahito could not avoid targeting Sukuna while attacking Yuji meant that he couldn't target specific souls inside a person.
And Shiggy has hundreds of soul-like entities
Including
inside
All
of
For
him. Sure,
One.
each one down means he loses a quirk, but that's more than enough time to land a single hit with Decay.
Yep.
Especially considering how much faster Shiggy is.
And Mahito has no way to defend against Shigaraki's primary quirk. Decay has affected spiritual beings in the past. Again, vestiges. In fact, he was able to damage Deku's vestige and have that damage transferred to the Deku in the real world.
Mahito may be made of spirit energy, but he still has a physical form. In fact, sorcerers that couldn't naturally target the soul were able to fight him on even footing. No reason to think Shiggy wouldn't decay him like everyone else.
Giving Shigaraki the third and final edge. It was a unique duel to the death, but Shigaraki's overwhelming might, unstoppable powers, and deadly decay spelled the end for the disaster curse.
Nothing else to say. You really gotta hand it to Shigaraki.
The winner is Tomura Shigaraki.
Next time on Death Battle.
Oh, what's next? Rip and tear until it's done. Yo.
Subscribe
Master
and join
Chief
as a member to see more Death Battle. Thanks for watching.
Oh, hell yeah, that's gonna be sweet. Everybody make sure you comment on that like button, spirit bomb that subscribe button. Check out all the other videos in the reaction playlist, all the gameplays. I hope you're all having a perfect day. Goodbye, humans.